Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. Before I get into the letter L, I'm going to just invite you to check out the link in the comments below. It's my book, You Are Made to Heal, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. It is just my journey in going from 30 plus years of staying stuck in anger, resentment, childhood trauma, depression, suicidal thoughts, and being able to transform. And going on the last 10 years, I have not had to deal with any of that. Um, and I've been given the tools to move forward and to heal in those areas. So check that out. So the letter L is one of my favorites because I've always thought that we had to love others to love ourselves, but it's loving God first, then loving ourselves so that we can love others. So many people are so hard on themselves and they don't talk to themselves as we would our best friend or our children or somebody that we are there to give moral support to. A lot of the times we give ourselves such mean, hateful talk. And it's so important to first love God. And when we love God, that means we are doing our best at keeping His commandments and just truly loving God. And when we love God, we're helping others on their journey, helping them as best we can. But we must love ourselves before we can love someone else. We must learn how to love ourselves. And when I was in the thick and the 30 plus years of a lot of negative emotions, I did not have love for myself. I didn't know what that would look like. I just was angry all the time and I didn't know how to do that. And God taught me. I went to a class where I thought I was one of the ugliest people on the planet. I truly did. I thought I was ugly. And I was just like, my husband would tell me for the first 19 years we were married, how beautiful I was. And it would go in one ear and out the other. I just didn't believe it. I bought into the lies that I was told during childhood. And I didn't believe it. And I went to a class of learning about positive affirmations. I didn't know about positive affirmations at that point. And I went to a class learning about it. And this teacher was telling the class what to do. And I was still in my negative mindset, right? I had hit rock bottom, but I didn't know what it looked like. And I was still skeptical of different things. And this teacher was talking about the importance of positive affirmations, reprogramming our brain, and talking to ourselves, and we in a way that we didn't even have to believe it, but what is it we wanted to feel? And I felt so ugly for so long. That was immediately, I'm like, I would like to feel like I'm beautiful, but I'm not. I'm ugly. And so I went home from that, and actually I was still in my negative thinking. So I was like, I am going to do this and then show this teacher that taught this class that it didn't work, and that what this teacher's teaching is false and they need to stop. Well, I decided she talked about the importance of looking yourself in the mirror and saying these positive affirmations. So I remember for about 3 to 5 months that I'd wake up in the morning, and I didn't do it every morning, but I was as consistent as I could be. As I remembered, I would do it. I would stand in front of the mirror and I would say, I am a beautiful daughter of God. I love myself and I approve of myself, and I know God does too. I would say that every morning. And I didn't believe it. The first time I said it, I felt nothing. It was just saying words, and it didn't permeate. It was just saying it, right? And so I did this for about 3 to 5 months until one day I got up in front of the mirror, and before I could even get any words out, tears were just streaming down my face. Tears were streaming down my face, and every fiber of my being and every cell in my body knew and believed in the words that soon were able to come out of my mouth. I am a beautiful daughter of God. I love myself and I approve of myself, and I know God does too. I know God loves and approves of me also. And it was powerful. It was powerful. I felt it. I knew it. And when you have that experience, when you feel and know something, that's like a testimony to you. That's like no one can tell you otherwise because you know. And so from that moment on, that was a game changer for me. I struggled with self-esteem into my early mother years, my teenage years, my early mothering years, and a lot of my adulthood life. I just struggled with having confidence. And from that moment on, I knew who I was, and I knew whose I was. I knew that I was a daughter of God, and I knew that I am living and here for a reason and a purpose. I didn't know my reason and purpose at that point, but that was the starting of my relationship with God. Like, I know who I am and I know I'm yours. And I need your help and I need you to lead me. I need you to guide me. And that was a powerful, powerful experience for me. And from that moment on, when my husband would say, "You are so beautiful," I would say, "Thank you. I do know that. So thank you. Thank you so much." Like, it's just, it's amazing. The reactions are reactions that take place when compared to no confidence to I have confidence because I know who I am. And I did not have to question from that moment on in my life. I worried about being my true self. I didn't care and worry about what people thought about how I was living with my life. All I cared was what God thought of me. I cared what God thought of me. And I was just, and I'm still just trying to do my best of living God's will. And so it's important to learn to let go and let God. And that is part of loving God, trusting God, having that faith that He has you no matter what. He is there. And learning to love ourselves. What does self-love look like? To love ourselves isn't a prideful bad thing like some of the world. I think I grew up thinking, oh, if I love myself, that's selfish, that's bad, that's not a good idea, because in the scriptures it says in the last days men are going to become men, women. When it says men in the scriptures, it's talking about all mankind are going to become lovers of themselves. And I thought, oh yeah, I don't want to be that. That's bad. That's bad to be lovers of ourselves. Well, there's a difference of being a lover of yourself and to love yourself. And what does it look like to love yourself? And first and foremost, number one is to develop a relationship with God. When you know whose you are and who you are, you want to keep that line of communication open at all times with God, and reach out through prayer and learning and studying His word through scriptures. That is just the most important thing in my life. It is where I get my guidance. It's where I get my ahas, my teaching moments. They all good things come from God. Whatever good is happening into your life, going on in your life, it is God's hand. Recognize God's hand in your life with gratitude. And that includes the hard stuff. So that's your God. Self-love is taking care of your spiritual life. Self-love is recognizing where you are emotionally. Emotionally, where are you at? Is there stuff that you need to let go of? Is there stuff that you need to release? Maybe there is, and you just don't know the tools. I have some tools. It's amazing. Releasing a lot of our physical pain has to deal with emotions that haven't been released, trapped emotions, hurt, pain that we are carrying for a long time. We came with, so my favorite book, if you are looking for a good read on how to clear through your emotions, this is my all-time favorite. It is called Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die. And she talks about Carol Truman. It is such a good book. She talks about how we carry with us when we come into this world, we carry with us some of the baggage. When I say baggage, some of the emotions that our parents are carrying at the time. And so we come with some of our moms and some of our dads, and then we have some of our own, right? And we come, and so a lot of times we have these trapped emotions before we even are born. And we feel these emotions when our mom is expecting. When we were inside the womb, we had all sorts of emotions going on, and we picked up some of hers and our dad's, And then we come into the world and then we have some of our own. And then as we grow and we have our experiences, we take on other people's emotions around us and just the different experiences. Maybe the first time you see your parents in an argument or whatever, maybe you had parents that didn't argue, but you come across your first fight and the feelings and the emotions that are instilled in you, they can become trapped within you. And so what are the negative emotions? Let's see. Some of them are anger, guilt, shame. Some of them are fear, and some are just depression, anxiety. Those are just a few to name, and sadness, and all that, right? We think of all of that, and negativity, depression, all this stuff. I think I already said depression, but those are all of these negative emotions. Now, negative emotions are not bad. They are teaching tools. They teach us. They are tools to teach us. They're like, hey, yeah, this doesn't feel good. We're here, but just we have that power to help release these emotions. And that's why I love this book, because she even gives a script to get rid of these emotions and then put something in its place, the positive, the opposite of anger. We don't want anger, we want love. Let's get the opposite and replace it. And she does that through the script, and it is beautiful. And I help people clear emotions, and it is a beautiful process. So, doing that, clearing through our yuck and stuff, our emotions, is self-love. It's part of self-love. Mentally, how can we love ourselves mentally? We can change our thinking. We can change what's going on in here and getting them together, and stop being so hard on ourselves and on other people around us, and just look at everybody, including yourself, like you are just trying the best you can in the moment, and so is everybody else around you. So have a little grace, have a little mercy towards people around you, have a little grace and mercy towards yourself. That's most important. And just really focusing on having a positive outlook, positive actions, so that we can influence the world with our lifted energy rather than our low energy and vibrations. Is so important. This world needs lifted up rather than to be brought down. And we can only do that through positive things. So doing that is self-love. Physically, self-love. Physically is, making sure we are clean on the outside, shower on a daily basis and take care of our outward. We don't want to go around stinking and offending other people. So we want to be nice and clean on the outside and tidy in appearance, right? And what about our physical? Maybe we're struggling in our physical. Maybe we're not happy with our weight, or maybe we're not happy with how we feel. Maybe we feel tired all the time. And so exercising and getting the proper nutrition and feeding our body with foods that actually fuel us and will help us go. This is self-love. That is a part of self-love. So loving ourselves is taking care of ourselves spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. When we take time and invest in ourselves and to really have that connection with God, and when we are doing that, that is loving ourselves. And then in turn, when we are doing that for ourselves, then we can reach out and help others along their journey and help them and love them. Love them. Because when we love ourselves and we truly learn to love ourselves in our bad and whatever's going on in our yuck, when we are learning to love ourselves, we can love other people in their hard times, in their yuck, whatever it is. And it's so important. So those, I always thought it was love God, love others, and then maybe learn to love yourself. And it's so important. It is actually, we must learn to love God. And then we must learn to love ourselves so that we can in turn love other people. And how do we show other people that we love them? Acts of kindness, acts of service, letting them know that we're there with a listening ear, a lending hand, whatever it is they are needing from us, and being willing to serve. When we are serving other people, we are serving God. We are God's hands on this earth. That is how God helps work so many wonders. And there are a lot of things that God does without our help, but it does, we are here to help and serve one another. And so that is how we love others. So That is my message today. When you focus on those 3 things, you've got it made in life. You really do. It doesn't mean you're going to be perfect at it, and it doesn't mean that life isn't going to be hard and that life is going to be smooth sailing from now on. That's not what that means. But when we love God and we love ourselves, taking the time to love God in your day, at the very beginning of the day and at the close of your day, and loving yourself daily and investing time in caring for yourself and then loving others, you are going to have a beautiful life. You are going to have a fulfilled life. And it's just one of those beautiful things that have learning this concept in this order has truly blessed my life. And God bless. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with others. It is my mission and it is my purpose to help people on their healing journey. It's not a one and done. It is constantly going. So share it with others. I want this channel to grow organically, and I only have 99 followers. I intend to have thousands and hundreds of thousands, not because, ooh, I want to go big. No, I want to help other people on their journey because I was stuck for so long. I was stuck feeling like I was in the pit for so long without the hope and without feeling like I had a chance in life. And I'm like in a 180 direction and feeling like I have life back. I am grateful for life. I am grateful for my experiences. I am grateful for the hard. I am grateful for where I am at because it is through God and Christ that I am where I am today. And so please like and subscribe and share it with others. God bless, and until next time, bye.